When most people think about life after 75, the first images that come to mind are often tied to decline, slower movement, doctor's visits, and maybe a quiet, predictable routine. But the reality is far more nuanced. Yes, there are physical changes. Yes, there are new challenges. But there are also moments of unexpected freedom, surprising self-discovery, and quiet joys that younger people often can't imagine. Aging isn't just a physical journey, it's an emotional and mental transformation. And if you've never experienced it, much of it will surprise you. These are 8 truths about life after 75 that people rarely talk about. But once you hear them, you'll see aging in a whole new light. When you're younger, life feels wide. You drive long distances, travel across states, juggle dozens of friends, and collect endless experiences. But after 75, your world shrinks geographically, socially, and sometimes physically. It's not always because of illness. Sometimes it's simply because your energy is more precious. You might visit the same coffee shop every morning, walk the same street, talk to the same 3 people. To a younger person, this might sound like limitation, but here's the hidden truth. When your world gets smaller, you start noticing details you never saw before. The sunlight falling on your kitchen counter becomes art. The way your neighbor waves every morning becomes a comfort. You stop chasing variety and start savoring consistency. Life becomes less about quantity and more about quality. You might not see 100 faces a week, but the few you do see, you truly know at 30. You might spend hours worrying about your appearance before going out. At 50, you might still be comparing your achievements with your peers. But after 75, the noise fades. One woman I interviewed, 78-year-old Mary, laughed when I asked if she still cared about fashion trends. She said, "Honey, at my age, if my pants are clean and I'm comfortable, I'm runway ready." This freedom is liberating. You no longer shape your life to impress others. You choose clothes for comfort, friendships for warmth, and activities for joy, not for status. Ironically, this self-assurance often makes older people more attractive to be around. They radiate authenticity because they're no longer playing life's performance game. This is something younger people rarely understand. As you age, your memories grow sharper than some of your recent experiences. The summer you turned 16 might feel more vivid than what you had for breakfast today. It's not just nostalgia, it's how the brain works. Your early memories are deeply rooted in your identity, and they resurface more often. It can be a gift. You carry decades of moments to relive whenever you want. But it can also be bittersweet because the people in those memories may no longer be here. Some older adults even find themselves living more in the past than the present, telling stories, revisiting old songs, flipping through photo albums. It's notescapism. It's revisiting the chapters that shaped them. After 75, society often overlooks you. Waiters might glance past you. Store clerks might address the person you're with instead of you. People sometimes assume you're fragile or not tech-savvy without asking. It's frustrating. But here's the twist. You can also use this invisibility to your advantage. You can listen without being noticed. You can observe without interference. And when you do speak with wisdom and clarity, people tend to stop and pay attention. It's like having a superpower that's activated only when you choose. After 75, you begin to lose people more frequently. Friends, siblings, sometimes even children. It can feel like grief is always somewhere nearby. Birthdays remind you of who's missing. Holidays feel quieter. But here's the unspoken truth. Alongside loss grows an immense appreciation for what remains. You stop taking small things for granted. The sound of a bird outside your window, the hug of a grandchild, a neighbor bringing soup. You've learned to measure life not in years left, but in moments fully felt. In your younger years, you can push your body beyond its limits. Stay up all night, lift heavy boxes, run on little food. But after 75, your body tells you what's possible, and you have to listen. You might wake up and your knees dictate your day. A cloudy sky might make your joints ache. Your plans are often subject to how your body feels that morning. This can be frustrating until you realize it's an invitation to treat yourself with gentleness. You stop fighting your body and start cooperating with it. The surprising part? Many older adults say this makes them more mindful and present than they ever were before. In a culture obsessed with speed, slowing down is often seen as a weakness. But after 75, it becomes your greatest strength. You notice things younger people miss, the way sunlight moves across a wall during the day, the exact sound of your favorite chair creaking, the way fresh bread smells when you slice it slowly. Life stops being a race and becomes a walk, sometimes literally. And in that pace, there's peace. This might be the most important truth. Some people are old at 50, their spirit tired and closed. Others are vibrant at 85, curious about the world, learning new hobbies, making new friends. After 75, you see this clearly. Aging is inevitable, but being old is optional. You might have more candles on your cake, but you can choose. Whether your days are filled with stagnation or exploration, life after 75 is not a single story. It's a blend of joys and sorrows, strength and fragility, freedom and limitation. It's not the end of the book. It's a chapter written with the richest ink. The biggest secret. Aging doesn't just take things away. It also gives things you can't have at any other stage of life: depth, clarity, perspective, and the ability to live on your own terms. If you're younger, these truths might feel distant, but one day they'll be yours. And when they are, you might just discover that the later years of life, though quieter, can be some of the most meaningful.